And welcome to the show. I'm your host, Joey Wobbs. I just noticed that my StreamYard got is discontinued, so I can't play no videos. I gotta get the new stream. I gotta upgrade my StreamYard here. I'm gonna do that here in a second. But big up to everybody. I knows what it is, son. Big up to everybody. While everybody's coming in, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. We are monetized on this channel, so the super chats are open for you guys to get your takes the fuck in. Also, super chats. Yeah, I can't do a welcome yet. I can't do a welcome this time. I gotta pay for a new plan, bruv. Gotta pay for the new plan. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck this is. I actually just gotta look and see like what plan I should buy. To be honest. Yeah, I don't know. I have to take a look and see. I don't know if it matters. Multi-stream, blah, 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 blah. No, this is the one. All right, cool. There you go. I'm back. I'm back to the upgraded version. Let me see if it's going to work now. It is. Welcome. Let's go. Thank you, bro. Nah, I went and just paid for it. It's all good. That shit is expensive though. I'm not even about the front. That shit is expensive. Don't get it twisted. So I appreciate the fun. Don't get it twisted. That shit is expensive. So I got YouTube Premium too, Artur. Fuck out of here. You guys are killing me with this shit. Like I don't pay for you guys to watch all the games throughout the year. I pay for you guys to watch the fucking games, and you guys are telling me about YouTube Premium. So come on now. Like let's be real here. Come on. I pay for you guys to watch the games. Yeah, I know. Like that's kind of where I want to kind of start, to be honest. So let's kind of have a conversation about what's kind of going on across football. Let's get Fabrizio up and running here. Yeah, bro, that shit's not happening. We can start here. That's cool. First news with Fabrizio. First news is Napoli remain active in signs to sign Darwin Nunez. There's a significant gap in the valuation. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to happen. Like, I'm pretty sure Liverpool aren't going to sell Darwin Nunez, especially with everything kind of going on. I'm almost positive they don't sell Darwin Nunez, to be honest, nowadays. Now, at this point. Like, I really, really, really doubt it, bro. Hey, Wagwan. Big up. And you're to everybody, son. Where it is. Big up everybody, yo. Big up EE. Big up CNAC. Big up Artur. Big up Cole. Big up 300. Big up. I don't know if it's off the table. I wouldn't say it's off the table. Let's kind of go into this. Yo, look, the spiral of fucking Victor Osimhen's career is sad. Not gonna front, son. The spiral of his career is pretty sad, I must say, man. Like he was a couple hours away from joining us and being being in a serious European club, and then now he's Galatasaray bound for the rest of his career, pretty much. For a player of his stature, it's very sad. It's very sad to see. Oh, the heartbreaking news for Saeed and Manchester United fans. You know, I really like this player, by the way. I think this Robert I think Richard Rios would be better suited for Italy than he would be for the Premier League, though. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, I don't see this being like a great signing for a Premier League club. Maybe like not right off the bat. He might like eventually be a really good signing. But like, I think for Italy, like, he's perfect. I think he'll hit the ground running in Italy right away. Like, I don't think he'll have any type of like period where it's gonna have like where he's gonna have to adjust. I think he'll jump into the Serie A. He'll jump into Serie A, the Italian Serie A, and do wonders. By the way, I have to say Italian Serie A because I guess in Brazil it's called Serie A as well. So. Yeah, I mean, the problem with Richard Rios, though, in my opinion, he's best suited actually more advanced. Like, he's not, like, the problem is with United fans is this. This is the problem, right? Is that you think he can be a replacement for Ugarte, period. Like, he shouldn't be playing in a pivot. He's best suited in a 3, in my opinion. Like, where he doesn't have to cover all the ground, doesn't have to cover somebody else's ground. He just has his third to cover. Like, that's realistically what we're talking about. Like, I just don't see him as like this great fit in a pivot. But I've said forever for Manchester United I personally think the adjustment that needs to be made with that team is they need to add another midfielder into that team, like make it a 3-5-2 instead of it being 3-4-3. I think it needs to be a 3-5-2. I think they get run through the midfield regardless. No matter what with Bruno Fernandes in that midfield, you're getting run through. Like, that's just how I see it. I don't see it in any other way, shape, or form. Like, no matter who you get, like, you literally need an absolute monster destroyer. Like the Balebas of the world. And I don't even like Baleba. This is the wrong channel to say Baleba, but I'm only using Baleba because he covers a fuck ton of ground. I don't think he's that good. I think Baleba's probably the most overrated player in all of the league. Everybody rates him except me. I don't rate him. I don't think he's that good. If Dario Suego was doing the same thing that Baleba was doing, you guys would be looking at him like, oh, he just runs around and hits people's ankles. That's pretty much what Baleba does, bro. He runs with the ball, but once in a while, he's an overrated baller, bro. These guys are overrated. These guys, this is not good footballers. Adam Wharton, that's a good fucking footballer. Adam fucking Wharton, that's a midfielder. Not the midfielder that Manchester United need. Manchester United need a midfield. Need to replace Bruno Fernandes. But that shit ain't happening. Until Bruno Fernandes is replaced, that shit is going to be over. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Yes. Colombia playing a 3, and he's a great as an advanced 8. You see? And then CNAC watches Colombia. I know he does because his wife is Colombian. I know he does. Man United need a clear leg. But I've been telling them that, bro. They need sales of at least two homegrown signings. They need sales of at least 2 homegrown players. 2, at least, for them to get the rebuild they need. They need 2 homegrown sales. That's why I said Manu. That's why I said Manu. That's why I said Rashford and Garnacho. They don't like. It's just like with Arsenal. You bring up Manu or Nwaneri, they squirm. Hey, just all you have to do. You want a Manchester United or an Arsenal fan to squirm? Just tell them Manchester United, Chelsea's in for Manu and Nwaneri. Just either one. They'll start squiggling like a fucking worm, bro. They're squiggling like a fucking worm. They won't even know what to do. Look at how they acted when Nwaneri got linked to us. They acted like they started crying across all of social media. Plain and simple. But that's what they need. Terry, thank you, bro. Yeah, yo, this is exactly it right here, Terry. You hit it on the nose on the fucking head, bro. You hit the nose on the head, Terry. Terry, I couldn't have said it any better. I wish I came up with the words that you came up with here, Terry. I couldn't say it any better. He's trying so hard to be the next Caicedo, but he's more of an injury-inflicting machine. He is truly a shin kicker, bro. Truly. And I thought it was just me that saw it. I thought it was just me who saw it, but Kadeem, big up from Trinidad. Yo, big up, Kadeem. Nice of you to join us today. I appreciate you joining us. Yo, for you, Kadeem. This is for you, my G. For you. Welcome. Welcome to the show, G. So big up from Trinidad. We need a goalkeeper, a right center back, and a backup left back. Do you have any suggestions? Okay. So goalkeeper, I'm going to leave it very open, okay? I do. Here's the thing is I think the problem with goalkeeper is a trust thing, okay? There has to be a certain level of trust that Maresca has for the goalkeeper. That's why I end up thinking we end up with Madsen. I keep on saying it, or I keep Mads Hermansen, that the Leicester keeper. I keep on saying it. I think it's going to end up being him. I know everybody doesn't like the idea of it, but I truly believe he is the player that he trusts more than any other goalkeeper in Europe. So that's probably who I think we end up with. Okay, that's like truly. I've been saying it for a while. People don't like that I say it, but I've been saying it for a while, and I really do believe it's going to end up being him. Now, Kadeem, I like the second part of this question a lot more. Okay, bro, you don't gotta. Why you gotta ruin it, bro? Why you gotta ruin it, bro? Why you gotta ruin it? Why you gotta ruin it, Why you gotta ruin it? Why you gotta ruin it, bro? Why you gotta ruin it? It's fucking spoiler alert. This is the number. This is the guy that I've been fucking. This is the guy I've been calling for a while. I believe necessarily we don't need a right-sided center back. I think the idea of this football team specifically ends up with Levi in the middle because of his passing range. I think Levi's passing range is very good. So like you just need to get him more in those into that center spot to allow him to have more options with that. Then you bring in Hincape that he could play either the left-sided center back spot next to Levi if he plays in that center back spot, or you can move Hincape over to the Cucurella role, have him play the left-sided center back spot from that side, and have Levi next to him in that manner. No matter what, it's the perfect fit. If we weren't necessarily looking for a right-sided center back, if you noticed, we were looking for like the Hato of a Hato kind of player. That Hato player is more of like a left-sided center back, left back, and Hincape is a better version of Hato by like 3 or 4 times. The only difference between Hato and Hincape is Hato is more comfortable going into the midfield, where Hincape thrives off either being a fullback, like an actual old school fullback, the guy getting back and forth in that manner, or he's more of like a center back. Yeah, and the Hato news has gone cold, right? Good point. The Hato news has been going cold. Yeah. We never know with these kind of players. He was very good under Rossinier. Very, very good. You watch him a lot of the times, and you're like, this kid has the talent to be something better. He just needs to be more physical in his duels. Like he needs to win more of his duels from his physicality because he's a monster. He's like 6'3", 6'4", fucking beast, fucking Konate level physicality type of player. Like that's what he is. So like if you can bring that physicality out of him, then it ends up being, then you got a guy. You literally got a guy. Let me put SAR into perspective for you. This is a great way. I love making these kind of comparisons, okay? So SAR and Lukeba both came out of the same academy at Lyon, okay? SAR had a major injury in his early career. He had a knee injury that really held him back. But in the academy, SAR was the better prospect, okay? He was always the better prospect. All right. Lukeba ended up making a move. We were going to get both of them, by the way. We were supposed to get Lukeba and Sarr. All right. And Gusto. We were supposed to get all of them. Lukeba decided to go to Germany. Now he's worth $90 million. But the better center back was Sarr in the academy. Lukeba stayed healthy. That's the thing. So like it's a tough thing because like if he reaches his potential, he could be better than Lukeba. And Lukeba I rate at the highest of high levels. Like the highest of high levels. I think he's one of the most quality footballers that is out there at this current moment. No, Terry, I don't. I don't think they get him. Unless we say we're not going for him, and we tell him that we're not going for him. But from what was told a week ago, I don't think so. Big up PFC TV. Nice to see you, man. I don't think we signed another striker. I think with João Pedro, I think we're done. I think we definitely signed another winger. And let's kind of keep going in the conversation. Manchester United, you guys should test this market for this player. If Marcus Thuram has a decent price, like after tonight, like if Inter is willing to get off of him for like 50 million euros, you should try to look into it. Here is the conversation that I want to have. So, I mean, no matter how you look at it, Ator, if they can get Embuemo over the line, you need a playmaking hold-up, a high-level hold-up player up at the top of the box for them to be successful. So I can name names. Xerxes, I think Xerxes will work fantastic with those two. Okay, in my opinion, two inside forwards with Xerxes, you're going to see a very good Xerxes. Okay, Nico Jackson, right? That Nico Jackson deal. If Manchester United offered us $50 million for Nico Jackson, I think we'd take it. Like I said, Thuram. Thuram's has a very high level of hold-up play, like a very high level. The rest of his game is very but the hold-up play and the ball distribution and getting his cohort into the game is the reason why Inter got to the final in the first place. It was on his back, literally. It was on his back. Like when they had to counter Barcelona, it was Marcus Thuram holding up the ball 90% of the time. That is the type of hold-up play that can get Macuña and Embuemo into really good positions and have them firing. It's just a higher level of Xerxes, in my opinion. Yeah, I know, bro. I know. I mean, 300, though. I'm not necessarily looking. I don't think I'm a bit. As much as I look like Amorim, I'm one of his biggest fans. I'm not about the front. I'm a big fan of Amorim. I was a big fan of Amorim before he showed up at Manchester United. I was a big fan. Big fan. Love the style of football. Okay? I knew what he was playing against, but I loved the style of football. I understood it. I could see I could see the patterns. I could see the way that they build up from the back. I was just curious if it worked in other leagues, right? In this league, it's not looking like it's going to work just because of the tools that he really has. Overall, I still don't think Manchester United is going to be able to provide him the tools in the midfield to be able to get this system down pat before he gets sacked. He's getting sacked before October, in my opinion. He's getting sacked before October. So I'm talking post Amorim, realistically, right? Like that you can't look at Amorim as going to be the coach for a long term. Like he doesn't have a leg to stand on. He doesn't have a leg to stand on. All right. So to kind of get into this real quick, the one thing that you have to understand with this is it affects so many deals, okay? This Elanga deal affects so many other deals around Europe right now, okay? So first, All right. The first thing that I have to speak about when it comes to this Elanga deal is that Manchester United have a sell-on clause on this deal. Okay. Now, I don't know what the difference in pricing is. Maybe Yusuf can tell me. I don't know what the difference in pricing is from where Brentford are looking at for Mbeumo and where Manchester United's bids at, and like where it meets at, like where the difference is between the two at this point. Like I can't tell you what that is, but the one thing that you can get from this is Manchester United is going to have a little bit of a buffer zone now to be able to spend on it. So as long as it doesn't like keep going up, because Brentford just keeps moving the goalpost because of these new deals coming in, which is something that's very possible, because we're going to speak about a couple other deals that I do expect it to move the goalpost for. I think that 8 to 10 million that they potentially get from this deal could be very beneficial to them getting Mbeumo over the line. Okay, so that's first and foremost. Okay, so Manchester United getting a sell-on clause from this and getting that sell-on clause to be able to add to the Mbeumo deal to get that over the line. I think that deal is an eventuality, in my opinion. I do have a hint of in the back of my mind, kind of still feeling like they might back out, like they might still back out. But I do think now that they get this money, I think it might ends up being a reachable number for them to be able to accept. Okay. Now the second part to this deal. All right, the second two. There's two deals outside of Mbeumo that this affects, in my opinion. Okay, the first one's going to be the player that we're selling to Arsenal in Madueke. Okay, the number for Madueke for us was 50 million. Well, Madueke scored more goals than in Elanga in this season. As much as Elanga had more assists, Madueke had more goals. So, like, we can sit here and talk about it, but Chelsea should try to get around this number. Like, they should. Like, they should be trying to get around 50. All right? They should. But you know what, though? I'm not being a fucking beggar. You take, if they give us 40, 45, you fucking take that shit. You take that shit. You take that shit. Okay? You take that shit. If they're asking for if they give us a deal for around 40 to 45, you take that shit. That's a positive bread. Like, as much as we want to sit here and ask for 50, like, nah. We can't be sitting around, fucking around. Get the 45 plus some add-ons and move, bro. We're cool with that. We're cool. Everybody at this club should be cool with that because we're still making a positive number off of 90. We're making a positive number. This is very realistic. I agree. This is a very realistic number. Big up, Marwan. Big up, my G. I like the rebrand. I do. I like the rebrand. Yeah, this is a realistic number. So like I'm taking, if they give us something like this, right? I'm taking it. 45 plus 5. 43 plus 5. I'm taking it. Bro, I'm taking it. Like, I'm taking this shit, bro. I'm taking it. Because the book, like what we got left on him, and then what we can make on it, it's like a net 15 to 20 positive. Like, I'm taking that shit, bro. Of course they're gonna drag their feet. They drag their feet with everything, Terry. They drag their feet with everything. They're dragging their feet for fucking Gyökeres. They're making him pay they're making him take off some of his wages just to be able to do the damn thing. Like, they taking it, bro. Take that shit, and start looking at other players. Like, that's what we should be doing. You either get a level raiser or you get the right profile. Because Nani is neither. He's not a level raiser nor the correct profile. That's simple in my opinion. It's not that difficult to think about it, bro. It's not a deep thought process that we have to be doing. You take the 42 plus some change. That's it. We good, bro. We gonna sit here chuckling as Chelsea fans. We just sold him to Arsenal. Again, we did it again. NM14. Let him take the 14 number on top of it. Yo, we don't care. Go get us right profile or needle mover. One of the two. One of the two. And we need a winger. I don't need a 10. I need a winger. So needle mover. If it's right winger, I don't give a fuck. I'll move Neto to the left. That's how it is. I don't give a fuck. If it's right winger, I don't give a fuck. You think I give a shit? Sorry if I'm swearing you got kids around. I apologize. I do apologize, but I don't give a damn. I don't care. Why should I care? You get me one of the two. I need either a left-footed right winger or you get me a needle mover that can play on the right. That's it. Nah, I don't know. We do that, bro. I don't know. We do that. I don't know. I'm good on players that I'm honestly good on hijacking players. Like, if you want to come to Chelsea, I want you to come to Chelsea, right? Like, that's how it is. I like players that want to come to Chelsea. That's what I like. That's what I like. I like players that want to come to Chelsea. As long as you're a good player, I want you to be able to come to that. That's it. Who do you view available as a needle mover in attack? As a right winger, I'd say Kudus, but we would have to play him closer to the goal, in my opinion, which was fine. We did that a bunch in this preseason. Needle movers, bro. I don't even necessarily think Rodrigo is necessarily a needle mover. I know that people disagree with me, but I don't necessarily think that shit is. I don't even necessarily think that Leao is a needle mover. I just think that Leao is a nice name. That's it. Leao is just a nice name, bro. Barcola is about to renew his contract, so I don't necessarily think he's available. It's a good fucking question. That's okay. You can disagree with me. I don't mind. I just think for this league, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, of course. That's okay. That's the problem, bro. That's the problem. I don't necessarily think there's not necessarily a player out there that I can necessarily say who can come in, hit the ground running without no question that would be in this team. That's available, by the way. That's available. Big up, Danish. I think the available part is the point that I have to speak about. The available part. Like, there's not that many available players. I would say Yildiz could eventually be a needle mover, but I just don't think I think he's not very consistent either. I think that's another problem. Is like a lot of these guys have very high talent ceilings, but they're not necessarily like as consistent as you would like them to be. What? Nah, I'd be pissed. Bro. I'll be pissed. Where'd you see that? Where'd you see that, bro? Where'd you see that? Danish, they're quickly becoming the team that I'm looking for. Bro, don't do this to me. I'm looking at I'm gonna be watching so many Cuomo games. Damn. I found it. That's crazy. Yeah, Sess is the manager of Como. That's that ass Ray. I'm watching Como, a lot of Como this year. That's what's gonna happen. I watched like 3 games of Nico Paz and I fell in love with the dude. 3 games of Nico Paz, I fell in love with the guy. I mean, they've only lost one player, EE. They've only lost one player. It was Diarra. And they've already replaced him. Outside of the obvious loans, right? Bro, Danish. People laughed at me when I said that shit. I said Bach was better than Gittins is as good as Gittins is right now. I think he's as good as Gittins right now, bro. Yeah, Sar, Santos. Yeah, they'll replace him, though. They'll replace him. They're going to get fucking Paez. They're going to get a Suego. The kid they signed is actually mad nice. I watched a couple comps of him not recently. The Papa Dion kid. Bro, that's what happens when you have a good feeder club, bro. They just re-signed fucking Barco though, so that's all that really matters. Barco, Barco's about to be so cold in that team next year, bro. Oh man. All right. So what else we got? What else we got today? Oh, we can talk about this real quick. Yo, there's no reason why we should allow AC Milan to buy anybody from us at a cut rate price. Period. Nobody, Milan specifically, should be allowed to try to come with a cut rate price to us. Plain and simple. You can tell them to fuck off. Expeditiously. And when they come back with the 20 million, make it 25. When they come back and say, oh, we have the 20 million for you, make it 25. Exactly. They should be on the blacklist. They should be on the blacklist of nobody. They shouldn't be getting nothing, no more business from us. Yeah, we shouldn't. There shouldn't be even a what. Why should we do business with you? Why? For what reason are we doing business with you? For what reason? Tell me why we should be doing business with you. I need an answer of why we should be doing business with you. We gave you all these players over the years. All these players at a cut right price. Fucking Magnon's on the fucking. You offer us Magnon. You offer us Magnon. We give you the number you want. You raise the price. And then they try to rip us the fuck off at the last second on Magnon trying to get a fucking Club World Cup tax. Piss off. They can fuck off. We shouldn't be doing business with them, period. Period. No, tell them to kick rocks. No business. We not doing no business with you. Kick rocks. Piss off. Have a nice day. Period. That's how I feel about it. Period. Adam, I'm not necessarily saying that it wouldn't be a good signing for us. I just don't necessarily think that you getting Rodrigo is going to makes this giant difference. Nah. Ishi, that's not the point. They burnt the bridge originally, son. They burnt the bridge originally. They burnt the bridge. Because it's not about, it's about the way that they moved. They moved, they went out in the public, told everybody our business. They wanted to fucking tell, they told every reporter everything, every single thing that was going on. Then when we came with the money that they wanted, they moved the price up. At first it was 20, then they moved it to 25 as soon as the Club World Cup deadline came around. They burnt the bridge, not us. They can piss off. It's that simple. You move the way they move. It's that simple. It's literally that simple to me. You move the way they move. Come on, Joey. 25 million for a keeper is low. We already world-class keeper. We are good business in the past. No, we didn't. We gave them good business. Then they wanted to fuck with us. That's not how it works. That's not how business works. It's not a one-way street. Businesses ain't a one-way street. We give you deals and then you fuck us. That's not how business works. It's a one-way street. It's just a one-way street. A one-way street. You go this way and then you fuck us coming the way back? Nah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit, bro. They burnt the bridge. I didn't like the fucking bridge on fire. They came to us with the fucking guy. Then they didn't want to fucking do business. They wanted it to do business their way. They wanted to fuck us. They wanted to come with the deal and fuck us. That's what they wanted to do. We came and gave him money up front. He has 1 year left on his contract. You'll be lucky if he don't sign that contract with you. We coming in 6 months. We scooping that bitch. Then what the fuck you gonna do about it? Then what? You got an unhappy dude who's leaving in 6 months. Then what? You guys look like dickheads. That's what happens. And then you'll be firing that manager before he reaches that 6 month point. I bet money. I put money on it. I'll fucking put money on it. I'll put money on it. That manager will be gone before they get a chance to re-sign Mignon. Think of what am I fucking doing? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, that's bullshit. Who do you think you guys are? You come to our place, then you come say, yeah, we're going to undercut you for Doué now. Who the fuck you think you are? We just gave you the money you wanted for a player. Now you're going to give us the money we want. Period. Or piss off. That's the business me and you do now. Because you fucking burnt that bridge. That's it. Exactly. Exactly. They have no leverage in this. And I'm from New York, Emmanuel. Dead ass. Brighton did quick business with us. We wanted Pedro. We put the money down that they wanted. We moved. Quick business. That's what I'm saying, bro. We not desperate for the dude, but we want him. Bro, then Allegri gonna be fired, bro. Allegri is a dinosaur. They signed Allegri like he's gonna do something. He's a dinosaur, bro. He's a fucking dinosaur. He ain't gonna do shit. Allegri ain't gonna be doing shit. Fuck Milan. They want our play. They want a player from Strasbourg. They pay $5 million more than we want than the $20 million that they're gonna offer next time. We want 20. We're gonna want 25 next time. That's what we were gonna want. Fuck Milan. That's how exactly. Milan can piss off, son. What are we talking about here? Of course, it's a Serie A thing. These Italians think that they can fucking They could just come around, steal the fucking guy for $2-3 million like they did with Giroud, right? Won him a fucking league. $2 million we sold him. We sold fucking Pulisic for fucking pennies. We sold Pulisic to them for pennies, bro. Pennies. He's our best player. Nah, I ain't going to the game. I live in Arizona now. I don't live in New York. I wish I lived in New York still. And then I don't. I don't when I look at the summers. Or the winters. Tammy, Tomori. The list goes fucking on. Fucking RLC. Exactly. He's not going to. He's not going to. Why would he? They don't have a ball's clue what they're doing over there. They barely know what the fuck left and right is. You know what? I'll give them credit. They did make a smart signing in Samuel Ricci. I do think Samuel Ricci is a smart signing. I do. That don't mean shit. You went and sold fucking what's his face? Tio Hernandez for $25 million. He's on the last year of his contract. To Saudi. Ruined his career. When did he get to play Champions League football? He was supposed to be the best left back in the world. But no one wants to talk about it. One of my favorite teams growing up. They fucking ruining players nowadays. That's what they're doing. Ruining players. Been giving them players for peanuts for years. And then they want to come around and fuck us. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see about that. We'll see about that, bro. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Thank you, Blueco. You listened. You heard me, Blueco. You actually heard me, Blueco. Thank you, Blueco. You heard me. You fucking heard me. You heard me, Blueco. Yo, big up Staffy for the raid, bro. Big up Staffy for the raid, bro. Big up. Welcome. Yo, big up for the raid. Yo, there's 120 of you in here. Yo, guys, big up for the raid and welcome. All right. There's 120 of you in here. All right. We could do something right now. All right. We can do something. We could actually 150 of you in here. We could do something right now, bro. Right now, we could do something. Right now. I am 80-something subscribers away from 1,000. I am 80-something subscribers away from 1,000. And there's 147 in here. I know all you ain't subscribed yet. Make sure you guys are sub to the channel. It doesn't cost you a dime. Just sub to the channel. There's $1.60 in here. $1.60. And I need 80 and some 83 or some shit like that to get to 1,000. Make sure you guys sub, all right? It'll do me a whole lot, and I really do appreciate you. Yeah, Blue Call heard me though. Blue Call heard me though. They heard me though. They heard me. What did I was just ranting about? 35 million. Even better. Even better. I said 30. I said 25. I said 25, bro. I said 20. They made it 35. They made it 35. That's business for you. That's how you deal with business. Fuck off or pay us. Just like you did with Mignon. Like you don't act like you're gonna come to our fucking store and act like you could haggle after you wouldn't let us haggle at your store. The fuck you mean? Pay the price on the fucking door. On the ticket. You see the ticket right there? Pay the fucking price. It's crazy how we were just talking about it and then boom, Fabrizio tweet. Denied, rejected bid, 15 million, want 35 million. Hold that shit, Milan. Hold that shit. I don't even know how much they bought Mignon for. That's a good question. Yo, Staffy, big up my G. It's nice to see you, my guy. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you every time. And thank you everybody who subbed, bro. Thank you, everybody who sub. I'm gonna check. Let me check right now where we at right now. Let me check real quick. So I need 74 more subscribers to 1,000. Exactly, Benny. F you pay me. Pay the price, leave a tip. You heard? You heard? Pay the price, leave a tip. You heard? Straight up. Because what is this? Because what is this? We ain't no donation now. We ain't gonna go out. We ain't coming out here to help you now. You wanted to fuck us with Mignon. We think we're gonna just give you, just hand you this guy? 15 million? What is this, joke money? This guy's about to be in the Europa League next year. Exactly. You want to play with us. You want to play with us until you want to play games with us until we have a player that you want. See, that's what I'm saying. 35. And then when they come with 35, make it 40. Fuck them. Fuck them. Straight up. Fuck them, bro. They want to play games. Play games with somebody else. Somebody else's club. We ain't the club. We ain't the fucking club, bro. We ain't the club. We ain't the club, bro. We ain't the club to play games with. Plain and simple. We ain't the fucking club. We the club to overdo everybody in these things. That's what we do. Okay? We not the club to play with. Okay? That's what it is. Now, do we make great decisions all the time? No. That's a fact. We don't make great decisions all the time. But we ain't the club to play with. That's it. All I'm saying. We ain't doing this shit. I ain't doing this shit with these people. Milan can fuck off. Plain and simple. Milan can fuck off. All right, let's talk about this fucking game tomorrow, bro. Let's talk about this game tomorrow. Let's take a look at some of the news for Fluminense. I'm trying to find because they have a lot of players out. Like I think they have a guy that was on a red, a guy like just like us, like how we have Levi and Liam out. Like they have a couple guys out too. I'm pretty sure. I'm just trying to find who they are though. Oh, here they are. So they will be without Juan Pablo Freites, who's the center back, the left-sided center back for them. Nah, I wish. I'm gonna try to make the final. Bro. Yeah, of course. Look at. They'd still make a profit from what we were giving them too. So they're going to be without Juan Pablo Freites, who's their starting left-sided center back, and then Mateus Martinelli, who's the guy who scored their first goal in the game against Al Ittihad. So, like, those are. I mean, Martinelli isn't as important as Hercules to them. From the looks of them, like Hercules seems to be like their main goal scorer from this tournament. Like he seems to be the guy that's getting into the best spots in most of these games. But they're just they're just counter demons, bro. They're gonna park the bus and counter us. Thiago Silva knows that that's not our best. That's our weakness, man. He's not stupid. We will get Moises back, and it looks like Romeo's out, but Reese is back in training. So we should be all right. Bro, he needs to fight for his spot, bro. He don't got no choice. He got to fight for his spot. Yep, he's playing striker, but he did say that Pedro could play in a couple other spots. He did say Pedro could play left wing and 10. Yeah, I think. Yo, big up Jacob for the raid, son. Yo, big up Jacob for the raid, bro. Yo, I gotta make sure. Let me welcome everybody, son. Let me welcome everybody. Welcome. Once again, there is 140 people in here. I am 73 subscribers away from 1,000. Can we do something? Can we do something? 73 subscribers away from 1,000. Can we do something? I feel like we could do something here. I had 2 raids. I feel like there's something that could be done about this, or at least get me closer. You know what I'm saying? Like listen to the mans. Listen to my mans. You know what I'm saying? Listen to my mans. Listen to my mans. You know what I mean? Sub up. It's that simple. Look at that face. How can you look at that face and not listen to it? That face right there. How can you look at that face and not listen to it, son? Yeah. Oh man. Is there what else did I want to talk about? I had something else that I want to talk about. Oh, yo, in the chat, right? In the chat, I want to know what you guys think the score of the game is going to be. All right. So Chelsea, we both got 2 men that are out. That one center back, one attacker. Both of us have a center back and attacker out. So if you were to say if you were to predict the score line, what are we thinking for tomorrow, boys? Come on, I want to hear it. I want to hear what we got for us, bro. What we got for us. I gotta get more in the chat, more people in the chat, more people in the chat. Come on. I know there's more of you in here, more people in the chat. Come on. Yeah, they do, but I don't know if they will without their third center back. So I'm not 100% sure that's going to be the case. All right, so let's go through these. Marlon got 2-1. Varna got 1-0. Emmanuel saying 3-1 to Chelsea. I know Artur saying that 2-0. 3-1 to Chelsea. 2-1. They're going to get a set piece goal. Actually, I hear that. Thiago Silva on the set piece. 3-5-2. Yeah, like I said, yeah, probably a 3-5-2. Palmer, Caicedo, Pedro, golazos. Okay, I hear it. Chelsea, 3-1 Chelsea, Neto Jackson, Palmer scores. Okay, Jackson. Mapuki hat-trick is just crazy. 2-1 Chelsea for Pels. Hey, nice of you to join us, Pels. David, 2-1. My G. Always David. Natalie saying 3-2. Nice of you to join us, Natalie, of course. Terry saying 4-2. Damn, 4-2. That's going to be an exciting fucking game, 4-2. 3-1 Chelsea. Varna saying 2-0 instead of 1-0. Yeah, I don't think Nani might play. I don't know if he'll play a full game, but he might play. 2-1 Chelsea. Even Neil Gunner saying Chelsea's going to win. Damn. Even our haters are here. Yo, big up Neil Gunner. It's nice to see you, man. I see you everywhere. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, they do play a low block. This is going to be low block central, bro. We got to break down a low block. It'll be good practice for us for the Prem. 2-0. Yeah, please no. You guys have been dying through these extra times, bro. I feel bad for you guys, actually. Not. The fuck you mean feel bad for us? I had to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for early kickoff. You guys can suck up a late game once in a while. 2-2 Fluminense win in Pens. That's good hate. Yeah, Yusuf, good hating, bro. I appreciate the hating. Good hating, man. I needed a little bit of hating. There's too much positivity. I needed a little bit of hate. I mean, maybe. Yo, I didn't know that, Ray. I actually wouldn't have guessed that, especially like the times that you watch us. Like I wouldn't have guessed that. So this is like ass early in the morning for you then. Yo, straight up, bro. Look, last year, I'm not gonna lie, Jacob, them Pochettino early kickoffs, bro. I missed a good handful of them. I'm not even about the front. I missed a good fucking handful of them fuckers, bro. I was not waking up to watch Pochettino ball that early, bro. That shit. All right, so I move like a vampire. Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna say 3-1 Chelsea. I also think it's gonna be a João Pedro brace, and I do think Cole Palmer continues his goal scoring form. Yo, that's actually yeah. Like I would fucking rip my eyes out if I had to watch that at 4 a.m. I don't know if I was part of that. I don't remember if I woke up that early for that game. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna talk about is this Kudus deal. I don't necessarily think we're out of we're out of it for Kudus. I don't think we're out of it for Kudus like at all. I just don't. I don't think we're out of it for Kudus. But I do think that Spurs do have an advantage in the fact that they're the only team that's really in form at this current moment. And if they can find a deal, with West Ham that actually makes sense, which is a big thing here, right? Like it has to make sense. Like it has to make sense for West Ham, and like West Ham and Tottenham aren't particularly good as buddies in this case. So like I could definitely see it being a problem and it dragging out, because Daniel Levy likes to be a bozo in business. Like I mean, I get the intent, right? The intent of like putting in these add-ons that you're gonna win the Champions League and win the Premier League, but that hasn't happened in a very long time. Okay, for Spurs, it hasn't happened in the Daniel Levy era, period. So like, yeah, putting those clauses in are smart in a sense for Daniel Levy to do, but West Ham ain't really dumb enough to accept something like that. So like, until Spurs really put up the money, I just don't know. I think personally, right now, like I said on the last show with Jimmy. If you guys were here yesterday for J&J Smoke Sesh on Sundays, it was a good show. I'm really excited for the potential of that show and like where it's going to take both our channels. I'm really, really hyped for that. But I do think in the end, it's going to either be Kudus or Fofana. So, like, I don't want to say which one it is that we end up getting, but I do believe it's one or the other. And then there's the scared. There's one scenario that I'm actually scared about. Okay? One scenario that I'm actually scared about is that we get tied into a Jorge Mendes deal. And what I mean by that is we end up like Jorge Mendes does us a favor by getting João Felix off of our books. Okay? He does us a favor by doing that. Then Jorge Mendes says, for doing that favor, you need to help me get Leao out of fucking Milan. That's the one I'm scared about. Because I know that I know for a fact that these sporting directors will get bullied by that guy. That's the one I'm scared about. And I don't even think, like, I don't even think Leao's like a bad player. I just think he's a luxury player. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Let me start up from here. My bad. I may be one of the few Chelsea here who wants Kudu steal the collab. We do not need him. Deminet. The thing is we don't have a deal on the table. Like we haven't bid on Kudus at all. Okay, so just nothing to it, really, with that. Oh, wouldn't that be a blessing? All right, let me actually read this because Jacob put time into this chat. By the way, if you didn't notice, we always do this with Levy, like a medium-sized eagle circling over prey too long until we're either getting it by timing, or the bigger bird comes and take it. Exactly. Yo, that is actually a fucking phenomenal. That is a phenomenal analogy, Jacob. Like you couldn't say that's actually a great way of putting it. It's like you either get it because you timed it right, or you get it, or you don't get it because the bigger bird just comes around and swoops it up. like that's literally it. Like I swear to God, that's literally it. Yo, all right. I wouldn't take anything Goldberg says too seriously, but I know he has someone in the club there is someone in the club that he knows that I know that's giving him information. And it's not just him that he gives information to. Like I know that there's another two or three other guys that are on Twitter that all get the same information from the same guy. So like I wouldn't say it's like awful information, but it's like information that's probably too early for him to be giving out most of the time. And a lot of the times it's just like, all right, like you're just using this for clout. You're just using this to just try to get your channel up. You're not really doing anything. Like I don't know. I don't necessarily think Goldberg's personality is that great. So it's like if you want to watch him, that's cool. That's up to you. It's just, to me, it's not entertaining. It's just, he just gets good information. So that's when I'll just wait for people to get the information off of him, realistically, to kind of figure out what's kind of going on. But I also have no people in football too. So I don't have people that are in Chelsea, but I have people in football. So like I can normally figure out and deduce what's real and what's not. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm gonna be honest, but guys, like, if you guys don't get it yet, like once we have a player that Real Madrid wants, they'll keep their eye on that player until that they can get a deal for him. And the way that we work is we like to keep good relations within clubs, that we get good relations within clubs as long as you want to do good business. So if they want to do good business about Rodrigo, we'll eventually do good business with Enzo. Like that's just really what it comes down to. So it might be one of them ones for the future to kind of think about. Yeah, I don't mind it. Yeah, I mean, bro, the eye test doesn't lie, bro. The eye test doesn't lie for fun, in my opinion. Nah, they won't go for those add-ons at all. I mean, maybe not from them. From us, they might, because we have more of a realistic opportunity to do that. Would you mind Liao or no? People are gonna hate me for this. I wouldn't mind Liao. I wouldn't mind Liao. No, I wouldn't mind Liao. I just don't want divas at my football club. I think he's too much of a diva, in my opinion. He just seems like too much of a fucking diva, in my opinion. Yeah, no, don't worry about it, bro. I mean, you know how I feel. ITKs are gonna be ITKs. Yeah, no, I mean it is what it is. I don't. I see the future. Barcola is a Jorge Mendes player too. I don't know. Varna, maybe you could look that up. I don't know. Hey, Killer AMC, I'm literally gonna be at this computer right here, working and watching the Chelsea. That's the luxury of my job at this current moment, is the fact that I can do that. But yeah, that's the way it looks out right now. Bro, I know agents though. That's the problem. I know agents in American football. I know agents in Germany. I know agents in the NBA. I know agents. I went to school where agents grow from trees. Like literally, like majority of the agents in world football and in sports, a majority of them come from one school, Syracuse University. Yeah, I mean, I don't really believe, but if we get Rodrigo, cool. Bayern will drop the bag for him. I think Bayern's going to try to drop the bag for Luis Diaz. I actually think that that's what's going to happen. I think that he's going to go for Luis Diaz. Wow. Eric, that's a good point, man. It's actually a good point. There's not one. I mean, who have they signed? Right? They signed Tosin, Disasi, Badiashile, and Viega. Neil Gunner, I actually have information from inside the club that Rodrigo would be the one player we would be willing to break the wage structure for. It's like one. I actually have information from the club that we would be. It's one of the few players that we would actually be willing to break the wage structure. He would, in essence, Neil Gunner, he would get Reece James money, instantaneously get Reece James money, like $250 right off the bat, because he has a status in football and has won trophies. So like those two things are very big in the way that they look at the pricing of who they buy and who would be willing, and the age. Also, he's still only 24, so it's still within like the other parts of the way that we buy. He would be one of the few players, if there any other players that we would be able to get, that we would be willing to break the wage structure for. Yes, Natalie, I actually do. Natalie, this is who I actually think we get. Out of all the names that I've just listed, Natalie, this is the name that I think we get. I think we get Malik Fofana. That's who I think we get. I don't know if you saw me yesterday, Natalie, on Jimmy and Joey Smoke show, but yesterday I broke it down. So basically, Malik Fofana. If you saw after the new, let me pull it up. I'll pull it up real quick. I think that there's more to this right here than people are making out to be. People are forgetting this. I think that we've told them wait for us. I think that actually that's what's happening. I think we've told them to wait for us. Because once we sold Nani, we'll be buying him. Because I don't think the price will be that crazy. I think for, if I read correctly, right? Forest, what we're doing, we're wait. You know what's going to end up happening is we're going to wait until they get relegated. That's what's going to end up happening. We're going to wait until they get relegated, and then we're going to buy that guy from them. I believe it. And like us getting him signed, like if they get relegated, right? And then and then we've asked him to wait for us. Bayern's going to Luis Diaz. I can give you 3 names for Napoli. They have Dan and Doy already lined up to get Dan and Doy. They have Noah Lang. There's one other fucking name. And it's not Garnacho. Oh, fuck. I can't remember. I can't think of it. Can't think of the name. But those are the 2 names that they have lined up at the left wing instead of Malik Fofana. So that I really believe in the end, Natalie, this is the person that we get. Devin, you're actually right, bro. You're actually right about that. I think Gittins probably would start over Leao because he works harder. I think that. But the problem is Leao would just be just getting Nani, but with a little bit more quality, in my opinion. A little bit more quality, especially since he's right-footed. Yo, you know what? I'm never gonna live down this gangster shit, huh? I'm just never gonna live it down. I'm from New York. I talk this way for a reason, and I'm not from the fucking Sopranos. Okay. There you go, Jacob. Kudu said no to Bayern for Tommy touching, son. I can't do it, son. What a guy. We could get Yildiz from Juve too. I would love to, but I know how good he is. He's actually so cool. He's so nice. That kid is such quality. That's wrong. I'm being serious. I actually know somebody in the club who has said we would be willing to break the wage structure for Rodrigo. Straight up. And it's because of age, TKL. It's because of age. For the Brazilian trust art is crazy, though. That shit's crazy. That's a little too far, TKL. It's a little too far. I ain't mad about it. Yeah, Kudus is the smokescreen for Fofana. Sure. I mean, whatever you guys want to call it, bro. I just think we're going to end up getting Fofana. Oh, that will be. I honestly think we're just waiting for them to get relegated. We'll know on Thursday. Yeah, they're getting relegated, bro. They're going to get relegated. They don't got enough money to get they got to sell so many players, bro. So many players. They have to sell close to 15 to 18 players on all the books. On all the books. I think they had 56 players on the books and they were only allowed 36 registered. There's a lot of shit going on. A lot of shit. Let me try to find this shit. Actually, I have let me find this shit real quick. Earlier today, someone put someone in my chat about it. There it is. All right, there's part of it. But there was one other one. Maybe it wasn't this. All right, yeah. I don't think that this isn't what I was talking about, but I just think there was a thing on. Let me see if it was on Blue Coat, because I think Blue Coat had it on there. That Blue Coat Extra, he be doing that. He be doing the most extra shit. Literally. They can't even afford the players that they want, bro. Milan are so janky, son. Oh! Brick Nation's leaving. We just keep on making money. Our money back, bro. Just keep on making our money back. Yeah, I don't know. I do think they get relegated, though. From what I read, I do think they will get relegated. No, that's not it. All right. That's all good. Let me see what the rest of this chat. Now I'm going to close this out. Let me find somebody to redirect this to. So I'm going to redirect this to real quick. Yeah. Big up, Brian. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Where was I? Yeah, I want them to get relegated too, Natalie. I want them to get relegated too, because that means fucking that means that Strasbourg gets to play Europa League. Yeah, I know. He's pretty much a Napoli player already. You're right. I hope he doesn't get to number 11. I hope we give that shit to somebody else. Was it Nusa? No. No, I don't think it was Nusa. Nah, you're good. You're good, bro. Bro, you can't say that word and not say pause, bro. You can't. Why was Chelsea not in for Gyökeres? Because he's an overrated bum, bro. He's an overrated bum who failed at two championship clubs before he scored 20 goals at one. Then got to move to a league that's worse than the Brazilian league. Scored 100 goals there, and then thinks he's going to come back and be different. It's not going to be different. It's just going to be harder. Pause. Yildiz and Palmer would make movies. Not even up front. That shit would be cold. Whatever, bro. No, I mean, I hear the Garnacho shit. Like, I mean, profile-wise, it's not the wrong profile, technically. I just don't want the player. Period. I don't know if we sell Nkunku. I think everybody else you're 100% right about, but I think Nkunku may end up staying just based off of what I think might happen. But I don't know. I think Nkunku definitely has a chance to leaving to Bayern now. Like 100%, like no doubt about it. I'm just skipping that shit. I'm not about to write. Yeah, like I said, he has to personally inject 100 million, and I don't think Texator is going to do it. End of this week. Yeah, for you guys, Yusuf, you guys should be all over Mikatadze if they get relegated, bro. You guys really should. So should Newcastle. Newcastle should be all try to get Mikatadze to back up Isak right away. But he is also believe me, bro, he isn't roses and fairies, bro. He likes to dust things up. He's not this. He got a big ego on him, that Mikatadze. And it's not a bad thing, right? Ego ain't a bad thing as long as you scoring goals, right? Like, that's the thing. If you got an ego, you scoring goals, it don't matter, bro. We love you for that ego. But you got to be scoring goals if you got an ego, son. Like, you can't have an ego and not score goals as a striker. Plain and simple, bro. Plain and simple. You can't have an ego and not score goals. And that's part of the reason why a lot of us don't like Nicholas Jackson. You got the ego of R9 and fucking goal scoring a fucking mid-table striker, bro. So, Nicholas Jackson can pack his bags for all I give a shit. I'll help him pack too if he wants. I'll be your personal Uber driver to wherever fucking part of England you want to go to too. And the entire time I'm driving, I'm going to be playing highlights of me being pissed off about all the misses you had. You can listen to me fucking talk as much shit as I did. Fuck out of here. Thank you, Dumbnet, for the numbers. I'm pretty sure you are right about that, actually. They ain't gonna get it either. I mean, they might get the 100. They might get the 100 from the. It's tough. It's tough to say, man. It's tough to say. It's really tough to say. I think like these crazy sporting directors. Hey, make sure he has a left foot, Terry. He got a left foot. He got a chance, my G. He's 6 foot, got a left foot. He got a chance, my G. Yeah, I did see that. That guy is fucking, literally fucking. Yeah, the only thing DePaul's good at is being fucking Messi's bodyguard. That's the only thing he's fucking good at. Only thing he's good at. It's the only thing he's good at. Being Messi's bodyguard, bro. Who do you think is the marquee signing if we make one? It's probably going to be Rodrigo or whoever the left winger is. If it's not, I think I'm not going to be surprised if Pedro is the marquee signing. And unfortunately, you guys aren't happy with that. But that may be what it is. By the way, I have a sneaky feeling Pedro might be the signing of the season. I have a sneaky feeling about it. I'll tell you guys why on another video, but I have a sneaky feeling about it. I'm just gonna kind of let that play out until tomorrow's game, but I have a sneaky feeling about it. Big up, Tyrell. Nice of you to join us, my G. Appreciate you coming in. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you haven't sub to the channel. And if you haven't liked the video, what are you guys doing? Just pay the rent. Hit the video, like the video. He is on the last year of his deal, Emmanuel. But he is a little older too. He's like 28. By the way, I love Zagrova. He's one of my favorite players in world football. But he is on the last year of his deal. Ideally, we move Jackson, Madueke, Cristo, Jao to revamp. I feel like we want to revamp this attack. Yes. Yes, Adam. Yes, I agree. We do. We want a totally new attack from last year. We saw how well we played without an attack yet last year and still got top 4. So these owners are like, let's throw money in the attack. See what we can do there. That's what they are. That's what they're doing. They're going to keep throwing money in the attack. We might get one defender, and that's it. But everything's going to be attacking signings this summer. Grab Hato, Mike. Beautiful window. Where are we at with this conversation? We're at the end. I'm about to smoke this joint and close the fuck out. Yeah, we did that one already. Do Lyon have any other players we can take from them? No, but we have players that we can get to Strasbourg, in my opinion. There are some players that we can get to Strasbourg. The only other player was already taken by City, Natalie, unfortunately. It was Jerky. Troy Deeney numbers. Yo, I'm so close to 1K, I can almost smell it. Literally, I can almost smell it. You guys are helping me out, but I need like one more subscriber to get me to 930. Can you guys just one more of you subscribe so I can get to 930? How much we gonna make if we win tomorrow? We'll be at like 62 million or something like that, Mafia. We'll be at 62 million total in the total. Yeah, it comes out to like 62 million. It's like 18 million. If we lose in the final, we'll get another 10 million or something like that. We'll be at like 70 million total instead of the 100 that we would have gotten. Inter Miami needs DePaul in their squad. I mean, they're terrible. Yeah, that too. Agreed, Ibrahim. Agreed. I don't think so, actually. And I do think he benches the lap. I think once he starts scoring, I don't think it's going to stop. Because I think he's going to be so motivated to play for getting this World Cup team for Brazil. I think he's going to be super motivated. And he has to outdo Richarlison, which shouldn't be difficult, but he needs to get game time to do that. I don't think so. I think we've already gotten a striker. I think it's more likely we get like Hugo. I think it's more likely we get like Rodrigo and maybe like Nwaneri or something like that. And don't count out us getting Nwaneri, guys. Do not count us out on getting Nwaneri. Like, as much as I have some Arsenal fans that might hate hearing this, do not count us out on getting Nwaneri. From what I'm hearing, that contract situation is shaky as fuck, bro. It's shaky as all shit. No, this is just a personal thing, Quiz. Like, this is just personal. Like, I'm thinking that if once he starts scoring, once one of these strikers starts scoring, they're not going to stop. It's going to be one or the other that's going to do it, though. They're going to go on a streak of goals. Like, it's going to happen because I can see already, like, the understanding between them two and the rest of the team is already gelling. And Nkunku, by the way, Nkunku had nothing to do with anything but injuries. Like the preseason with Nkunku had nothing to do with anything but injuries. Like, it wasn't because it was only the only reason we didn't get to see that Nkunku is because he got 2 knee injuries, bro. Like, that's realistically what happened. It's like, as much as we want to like hate on Nkunku, that's what realistically happened. He had 2 knee injuries. Like, you're not gonna get the full version of Nkunku, regardless if it was preseason or not. And how many times did we see Nkunku behind Jackson? Never, not once. From either manager, not once we saw Nkunku behind Jackson. I mean, the only one that we didn't hit on was the goalkeeper. Really, Royal. And he's not even been that bad. I mean, he's been bad, but it's just not been that bad. He was bad. We was worse last year. Yo, I need to win this tournament now. It's different now. I need to win this tournament. We already here. We got to win it now. Potentially. Nah, I hear it, Swell. I didn't buy World Cup. I haven't bought a kit yet, but I did buy the training kit, the preseason training kit. Ooh, that shit is cold, bro. If that shit is so cold, bro. It's the black with like the shooting stars across it and shit. That shit is cold, bro. That shit is cold. Rami Fofana, Hincape, Mignon, I'll be cool for now. Actually, bro, if that's the rest of the window, I would be ecstatic. Mafia, if this was the rest of the window, I'd be ecstatic. I'd be so happy with the way that we moved. So happy. I'm not even joking. I'll be so happy. I'm ready to see us grow this talent. Like, that's what it keeps coming down to. Is like I like what we're doing as a foundation. Like a foundation as a club. Like I like what we're doing. But I just think we need, a couple guys who have at least done it before. You know what I mean? Like just two guys who have done it before. Hincape and then Jan are two guys who have done it. So like that's a perfect window in the end, in my opinion. Perfect window, way I see it. I mean, I would have chosen different strikers, but I do like the strikers. Like I do. I actually like the strikers. Like I wasn't the biggest fan of João Pedro, but more I dig into the research, the more I dig into like what the type of goals that he scored, even at Watford, the type of movement that he had at striker next to Danny Welbeck, and like what he could do around a player like Palmer. I'm seeing the vision, bro. I'm seeing the vision. But I think we need another fucking goal-scoring winger, in my opinion, to get the full version of João Pedro. And that's why I'm saying, like, hopefully Gittins can get to the point where I think he can, because I do think he can become something that none of us expect he can be. Like, I really do. I think that there's something in that guy that, like, people are doubting because they didn't watch him. Like, and I watched a lot of him, and I knew he was a problem in certain moments, but I just worry about the Bundesliga, the Premier League swap just a bit. That's my biggest worry about him, because everything else, he got tools. And it's just decisions. And, like, sometimes managers can remove decisions from players and make the game easier for him to understand what his decisions actually are in certain moments. That's how if I'm the manager, in the way that I would coach. And by the way, if you guys don't, I haven't told anybody this yet. Only person who knows this is Link. But I'm doing my badges. I already paid for my badges to start my badges out in America. So I'll be coaching kids. I'm going to start coaching kids out here. I'd say probably I'm going to try to start doing that shit within the next 6 months. Like that's the goal. Within the next 6 months, I'm going to start trying to get into like a program where I can start coaching. But like if I was coaching if I'm coaching, right, like I'm if I got players who have talent, don't have the intellect, I'm removing decisions from them. That's what I'm doing. I'm making the decisions easier. You got this decision to cut in and shoot. You got this decision to go and cross it into this spot. This is where I want you to cross it. This spot. I don't want you crossing anywhere else. This spot. All right? Or you don't see either of those options available, you go back. Like, that's the type of shit you can do for a guy to make this shit easier on them. And then it really is that simple for these guys, right? You got the decision. You got to take your man on right away. I don't want you to stop. I want you, once you get that ball, I want you to take that guy on right one-on-one. It's you, one-on-one. Then you take that guy one-on-one, you got two decisions. Are you going to cut inside and shoot? If you're not going to cut inside and shoot, you got to pass out. You got two pass options. The cross, look up, see the cross guy coming into the box, make the cross. I don't care if you don't think you can make it, make the cross. If you do, if you don't see the cross, go back. It's that simple, in my opinion. You remove the decisions from these guys. Don't make the game harder than it has to be. Ball still circled. The ball still has to go in the goal. Like, don't make the decisions harder than it has to be sometimes. And with young players, you can do that. With a player with an ego, not as much. So that's how I would approach it personally. Yes, I am a part of João Pedro Nation. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And if Rodrigo was smart, right? If Rodrigo knew if Rodrigo looked at the options around world football and he looked at our club as an option, he actually looked at our club as an option, and we were capable of giving comparable wages the whole 9 yards across like with everybody else. I think our option, our team is the best option for him. Just like you got the Brazilian connection between the front line and with Andre Santos. Okay. In João Pedro, you got Esteval, you got Santos. 3 guys, that's the future of Brazil right there. You got future of Brazil right in front of you. Right there, right with you, in the same team. Right there. When you're all in the same team, bro. You all leave to the camp together, you come back to the camp together. But you all will be going to camp together. That's the way I see it. Bro, you got guaranteed starting spot at left wing. It's what you want, right? You want a guaranteed starting spot at left wing. With Arsenal, you don't get that guarantee until they sell Martinelli. With City, you don't get that guarantee. With Doku, you don't get that guarantee. Doku and the 100 other fucking attackers they got. And with PSG, as Jimmy would say, yo, this killed me yesterday. As Jimmy would say, you're not starting over Skidisvilla. Skidisvilla? You're not starting over Skidisvilla. So like, really, like, even Rodrigo, bro, like, if there's a spot, my G, that is wide open for you to come in and just take the reins and be the starting left winger, it's definitely at Chelsea. It's not anywhere else unless Arsenal sell a left winger or sell Martinelli, because I don't believe Mikel Arteta is going to start you over Martinelli every single game right off the bat. Yep. He knows who the ballers are, bro. He knows who the ballers are. That's what that says. He knows who the ballers are on the squad, son. I don't know. I can also see Wanyeri happening, especially if we sell Nkuku. Exactly. That's football, bro. That's just football. I think it's more Neto redemption arc is what you got to be looking at. I think it's going to be the Neto redemption arc this year. I think he's going to have a fantastic year for us. Yeah. Well, they scout in that manner, bro, for the most part. Well, they used to, at least. They used to scout in that manner. Appreciate you, G. Appreciate you, Kendurance. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah? Yeah, see, I'm not, but I know, like, bro, I already have this, theory of how I set up a team, like consistently set up a team. And I've been, like, putting this theory into fucking Football Manager, and I've done it with, like, I'm not even joking. I've done it, and I've adjusted it, and I've had different tweaks to it and how I would approach it. And I have 6 different teams that I've done it with now on Football Manager, all 5-year to 8-year span teams, and every single one has won a title. And if not title, won a treble. And that's, like, partly because I've also scouted really well, because my scouting is just, I know football. But Yeah, I know. I'm so excited to like just put. I want to put my theory into real life and see if I can actually make it practice. So that's the idea. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep trying to keep going to it. I'm gonna keep trying to go towards it, bro. And that's gonna be the motion of where I'm at. And it's a thing that my uncle used to do. Now he does refereeing, so it's awesome. Yeah, I appreciate this, guys. I appreciate all the love for that. Like, I haven't really told nobody about it, so like, it's kind of been something that I've been kind of working on my own. So, yo, big up. Go enjoy yourself, Adam. Have a good workout. Fafana is a must for you. Okay. Okay. Yo, that's my fucking G though, son. That's Unk for real, for real. Like, you don't even know. Like, that's Unk. But like, that ass, he is the funniest, son. He is the funniest dude, bro. He actually act like most people that I know though. Like, he actually, like, most people I know in New York are just like him. Like, there's not nothing like crazy about Jimmy. Really, like, it's just like a normal motherfucker from New York. Like, he really just that. Like, he just a little bit. He got a little bit of like ball knowledge to him and a little bit of Jamaican side to him too. So like, that's a little bit of like a different twang to it. But that's a lot of people from New York just like him. So I'm like, I know a lot of people that are like that. But he got that entertainment Jamaican flavor to him. That's just different. He's funny though as fuck. Like, it's the way he mispronounced. But yo, people mispronounce shit in New York on purpose, bro. If you don't know that, like Benny, like if you like me, you'll see me mispronounce shit on purpose, like on purpose. And same thing with Jimmy, son. Jimmy be mispronouncing shit on purpose, bro. he know how to say that name. He just that's how he wanted to say the name. You know what I'm saying? That's just how that has to go. Bro, especially if we win, Ted. Especially if we win. If we win the Club World Cup, especially if we win that shit, bro. Bro, don't even. It's consider us going to be 100% linked. I really hope fucking like I don't know who like. Yeah, I'm closing, bro. I'm closing. I'm about to close. I'm This is how much. This is how long the stream's gonna go. You see this? This is how long the stream's go. So, I mean, if you'd like to join, you're more than welcome to. But that's how long the stream's going. This brings up a good point. Something I did mean to bring up on my last show. 1 second. Let me see if I can find it. There it is. I don't really have like if you're asking me how I would build up Paimon, or are you asking how I want the team to build up? Yeah, cause he don't give a fuck about none of that. He don't give a fuck about the game. Like, he's not gonna give in while he's at the game like Lewis. You know how Lewis would be like cut to the game, cut to his face. You know what I'm saying? He's getting like in person thing. Nah, that boy is focused. He watching the game. You know what I'm saying? He went there, paid for the game to watch the game. You know what I'm saying? He ain't vlogging for nobody else. He vlogged before the game. Yo, that shit's funny as fuck though. Yo, but the vlog did hot though. The vlog did numbers. If you're asking about personal preference, it's 442. It's gonna be 442 for me. To be honest, if you want my honest way of approaching it, it's more of like a 3-5-2. the way that I would approach it. Of course, I saw your cameo, Vinius. You'll hold them to it? All right, Vinius. You'll hold them to it then. Hold them to it, though. But I did see your cameo on the vlog, Vinius. Don't get it twisted. But I just wanted to have a quick conversation on this. Because if you guys been watching this fucking channel, bro. Look, if you've been watching this fucking channel, bro, all right, you guys know how that I've been providing you guys this information for a long time. There's the diamond that I've been talking about since the beginning. There's the box. I don't think he's gonna do that. This one right here is the weird one. This one. I haven't seen him do that. I guess that would be the first game against fucking the first game of the season of this tournament we played something like this. But it was fucking flipped. So it was James at the right side at center back, Colwell on the left side. So it was the flipped. It wasn't like this. It was Cucurella up here, and then you had the winger. So yeah, I guess we did play this formation, just not with these players. But I mean, the one that's interesting to me is this one. Because you can do this you can start this, you can have this be just rotation of like where you want the ball to be from this point to this point. Like this could just be build up. This could be the build up. This could be how we express ourselves in the final third. So like, yeah, I mean that's this is just VD being VD, bro. You know Varese ain't gonna be up in those areas like that. He'd be the best we can see from Reese is like this. That's the best we can see from Reese right here. Him in the diamond, him still being able to get into these half spaces, right? But still be able to get back into these final third spots in these back third spots in the first phase back when we're defending again. Like this is the best we could see from Reese. Seeing Reese all the way out here, hell no. We ain't seeing that shit ever again. We ain't seeing that shit ever again. But this shit right here is the most, like, being able to switch from this to this is the most interesting way that you could be able to break down low block, in my opinion. From here to here. And I still think the diamond for us is the best case scenario, best case to defend a lot of teams, best case to attack a lot of teams. Still, from my opinion, but just because of where we can get Reese into the more advanced areas. That's my opinion. Hey, welcome. I don't know why you're not. Well, you never come on this channel, so let me see who I can redirect this to, son. I still haven't found someone to redirect this to, but we've gone for way longer than I expected to go through. So I was only going to do an hour, but you guys kept the show going. So all right, keep the show going. Who is live at this time? Who the fuck? We could do Jez. That's about it. When is Oh, Big Six Benz. All right, I'm sending you all over to Mott's. I'm sending you all over to Monts. Make sure when I send you guys over, you guys are saying Wobbs Raid. All right, Wobbs Raid. Make sure you guys are sending over to Wobbs Raid. All right. Make sure you guys let Monts know that I'm sending you guys over. I appreciate you guys all coming through with me. It's been fucking 2 hours. My dog's been is bugging me for a walk, so I'm gonna go take him for a walk. I appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your night and take care. And make sure you to say Wobbs Raid in Monts' chat.